let's talk about snap in this game. So if you play this game or you are a spectator of the game, you're definitely going to see someone complain about snap and how it's different. Some people hate it in season 2, so we'll just go over all of it. How serious is the video? Not that serious. I just want to talk about snap in general. So let's go to the notepad. I'm stealing this idea from Devin Nash. So snapback. For those of you who don't know, this is what it is. It's when you kick a character off the screen to bring in a different character. Pretty simple stuff, right? So let's talk about the applications. So the applications. I'm probably gonna misspell some words. So what do you want to get off a snapback? Well, first things first, it removes blue health. So if the opponent has recoverable health, it'll get rid of it when you bring them in. The second thing, what you usually use it for is to target a character. This is the most important thing from Snap that is missing in Season 3. Messes with team order, so you can change the positioning of the team. That kind of ties into the number 2. You can target an anchor, but it also puts the anchor on point or the mid on point. So it's really good of messing with the opponent. The fourth thing is mix-up. And the fifth thing that doesn't exist in Dragon Ball is kill a character. So, in Dragon Ball Fighters right now, the reason why snapback is so difficult to use is because there is variable incoming timings. So for example, this is me not pushing anything after getting snapped. You come in super fast, right? This is me holding back the entirety of the snapback duration. So 30 frames, he doesn't come in until way later. And this is me just like randomly picking a time to come back in. Right? So this already messes up the mix-up part of it, right? Because there is too much RPS. Too much RPS, which is rock, paper, scissors, for those of you who don't know. Too much RPS. Variable timings on incoming. Scramble. Number 4 is kind of messed up because of the different timings for the incoming. It's basically forcing a scramble. So what you usually want to do when you snap the opponent is, say for example you snap them, you want to immediately back off. And even when you back off as soon as possible, the opponent comes in super fast. So let's say for example, the opponent comes in with like a button, right? You can beat them, but if you're not doing it as soon as possible, you notice that they're right next to you, even after pushing a button. So someone like Broly, this might be a little scary, because he's so big. So that's super dumb. No one likes this. So number 4 is messed up. However, this is good. So this is good. Targeting the character. This is difficult. Why is it difficult? Well, because of the lack of number 4. So because the timings are variable, it enables a scramble. It's like an RPS where everyone's doing like rock, paper, scissors at random times. You can't get a mix-up, which means you can't block string them, which means targeting the character is hard, right? So let's look at other games, what snapback look like. So this is from RayRays stream. So here's an example of snapping an opponent to enable a mix-up or even just gain a different advantage state. So in this game, when you get hit, you can almost always kill the opponent if you do the right route. So he lands a hit. snap the opponent, go for a mix-up, and you had to take that. So this is one of the main things about snap that you want from that mechanic. You want to be able to get the mix-up. You want to be able to take your turn and go crazy. Now, Dragon Ball used to be like that, but it was really extreme. And I want to show you guys what it was like. So let's go over to the Snap Master himself, Tachikawa. By the way, all these will be in the description if you want to watch them. So in Season 2, whenever you got hit and snapped, you got probably the best thing in the game, which is guaranteed set play, guaranteed mix-up. And you could loop it. So Tachikawa lands a hit. And then you'll see here, the snaps are always the same. They always come in at the same timing. That's a 50-50. Blocks it. You still have to take another 50-50. Gets hit by it. Gets snapped again. Another schmixerization. Gets hit. And then we do it again. So Kane is not playing the game. He is, but he's just blocking. It gets to the point where he's forced to spark because you want to play. But you only get to do that once. And everybody absolutely hated this. Nobody liked this. Well, I liked it. I like doing it to people, I'm not going to lie. But nobody enjoyed this about the game, right? And this is what people are afraid of when people say they want snapback, because they think that that's what we want. But what we want is just to be able to do number 4, which is to mix up the opponent or even block string them. So I guess it's like mix up / block string, which messed up everything, but it's okay. Boop. So that's all we want. I want to show you guys how snapped worked in Marvel 2. So this is another example of targeting a character. This is a little bit out of order. You'll have to bear with me. So this is Marvel 2. Land the immediate hit and go for a snap. And then target the assist character. So this is something that you straight up cannot do anymore. Because even though you can snap to target a character, it is so hard to start anything because they can just come in mashing at any random time and you don't know when they're going to do it. If someone, say, plays Broly Anchor, how do I snap in Broly and target him? It becomes very difficult to target them, right? Another thing that you need to notice about Snap, and I didn't talk about this earlier, which I should have, is that Snap in every other game, and not Dragon Ball, costs a bar to do. So you can see the meters at the bottom. My sponsor is in the way of Schmitz, but it's okay. Boom. So you see the meter drop here. As you can see, it costs the meter to snap, which did not exist in Dragon Ball and still does not exist in Dragon Ball, right? Really big deal. So this is just missing from a team game right now. This is something else that's just not in Dragon Ball at all, which is okay. Well, we can listen to it. Which is, if you and the assist get hit and you get snapped, your assist auto dies. This is in Skullgirls and in Marvel 2. Yes, we can die. That doesn't exist in Dragon Ball, it never will, because to get a snap you need to do a Dragon Rush Ender. But yes, okay, so let's talk about the requirements now. So in DBFZ, you need to Dragon Rush. That's it. You only need to land the Dragon Rush in order to snap. So in this game, it can be your starter, or you can combo into it. But it costs no resources other than that. That's not even a resource. You can use an assist to do it, but I don't really count that as a resource. It costs no bar to do this, right? Where in every other game, you need to spend 1 bar of meter to snap. Why? One of the best things to do in a team game is to snap to get that advantage, which was the game we used to play in Season 2, right? So everyone's afraid of the game being Season 2. Even the developers are super afraid of the game being back to Season 2. People don't want to see Snap. No one in chat wants to see Snap. I want to see Snap. So here is something that they could do. They could simply just do this. Make the requirements for DBFZ this. Dragon Rush, 1 bar of meter. Input, 236, assist 1, / assist 2. Someone recommended this on Twitter. So what would this do for the game? A couple of things. One, it'll make it so that, let's say Teen Gohan, one of the best meter builds in the game, lands a hit like this. If I wanted to get a real snap, I would have to spend that 1 bar. And then they come in on my terms, but now I have no resources to use, right? And it would be nice. But, yeah, the fact that it costs no resources and now it's like a scrambly option is really frustrating for competitive players. So I wanted to see it cost 1 bar. Just because it should cost 1 bar. It should be the best thing in the game, it should cost a bar. This is how I would want it to work in its entirety. If you snap, normally, no resources spent, this current incoming option you have, where you can do variable timings, is what you get. But if you spend a bar, and the way you spend the bar is by doing the input, which I can't show because you never spend a bar doing this, you need to be able to do that somehow, right? So you just do quarter circle plus the assist, and it'll snap in the assist. And I tested the input, and it works. It just doesn't do anything. It makes it so that you have options. Sometimes you don't want to snap and spend a bar. Like say you're mid-screen, and like you land a hit like this. You know, sometimes you won't have 2 bars to spend here, or you just want to get this knockdown, or you want to snap and then run away. That's why you, in my opinion, should have both. But yeah, the fact that the best option in the game in Season 2 didn't cost any resources really messed up the game. Now, another worry that players have, so go a little bit down. Players' worries. Right here. This is really ugly, but you're gonna have to barrel fit for a little bit. Players' worries. Alright, so fuzzies, universal fuzzies. And that's it. Oh, I guess block string timings. Block string times. Or time. So I can go over this as well. And I also feel kind of bad that I miss one more thing here, which is locks out certain defensive options, such as tag, assist calls, guard cancel, and even DHC. But anyways, these are the main 2 things players are worried about, and snap loops. Alright, so now let's talk about the player worries here. So fuzzies are already gone, and universal fuzzies are also gone. So this, they don't have to worry about it. So it's just like gone, it's fine. Gone, it's fine. Block string time. A lot of players don't know this. So when you snap somebody out in this game, the opponent gets locked out from the options they have for 6 seconds, roughly. It's like, I believe technically 7, but it's more like 6.5. But we'll just say 7 seconds, right? However, if the opponent block strings you, it actually lasts longer than 6 seconds. As you can see, I couldn't do anything up until the string ended there. Which made it really freaking annoying, because what this meant was that in Season 2, someone would snap you, do a 50-50 with the fuzzies, which are gone, so that part is gone, do a long block string, go for a 50-50, if it didn't work, their other assist came back, do a block string, go for a 50-50, and if that worked, they would snap you again, with like a bunch of meter and then loop you, right? So these two things are the biggest issues right now that people are afraid of. This is what they're most afraid of. So block string time, my solution, reduce from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. That should be enough to give the opponent one chance for a true 50-50. And they spent a bar to get this scenario anyway, so I think it's good. But snap loops are the big issue. So characters like Teen Gohan, let's say, he snaps, costs a bar, now he has 1 bar instead of 2, lands another hit, builds a bunch of resources, snaps again, now he has 3 bars. I didn't do the combo because I suck, but it's fine. People are still afraid of getting looped here, but I think they shouldn't be. And I don't think they should be afraid of Hellzone loop. So Tiger Style, you mentioned Hellzone loop. Keep in mind what the requirements are to do a Hellzone loop. You have to first land a hit and build your resources, which is fine. Snap, that costs a bar. Then Hellzone, that costs another bar. You land a hit with Hellzone, you're in meter penalty. So how am I going to loop that? I don't have any bar. Let's say I had 3 bars and I had 1 more bar. I can snap again, but now I can't Hellzone. You see what I'm saying? So I think even characters with their solo snaps, having to spend a bar to snap and having the block string time reduced, or the lockout time, let's just say lockout time, but whatever, would fix the issues that people are afraid of, while also giving the competitive players a way to enable the mix-up block string and then lock out defensive options. As long as it costs the resource to do it. Some of the arguments against this, so I guess... By the way, as you can tell, I do not program because this is all sloppy. Arguments against this. People like the scramble. They like the scrambled eggs. They like the scramble. They don't want more RPS. This game is very rock, paper, scissory. Ayo. And to this I say, yeah. Yeah, I can't blame you if you like it. If you like it, you like it. But the whole point of this is to describe, not to describe, but to kind of let the players know what we mean when we want snapback, a potential fix for it, and how we agree that we do not want to see another Tachikawa versus Kane set. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see someone get hit and then snapped and then hit and then snapped and they have 5 bars and then mix and then mix and then snap, and no one wants to see that anymore. All right, I love doing it. No one wants to see it. I understand. That's okay. I think this would fix those issues, but can't be sure because we don't have this as an option. So if I were to do something about it, this is what I would do. That's all I had to say about this. I hope that makes sense. And I hope I didn't miss anything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yay or nay. We're never going to get this anyways, but I think it's fun to talk about. And yeah, thanks for watching.